A massive AEW announcement is happening on Dynamite. We're going to talk about what it likely is going to be. Plus, we are going to talk about an AEW star who is going to WWE and who is not. Plus, so much more. It's all coming up right here on The Ango Show. I know it makes no sense. I'm rocking a Yankees hat and a Detroit Bad Boys shirt, but it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live Monday through Friday on this channel talking about everything in pro wrestling, so make sure you guys check it out at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I want to quickly talk about this. Roman Reigns, there is a lot of things floating out on the internet about Roman Reigns, and more specifically because of the WWE Royal Rumble. He's being advertised for it. A lot of people are wondering exactly what is happening here. WrestleVotes was talking about this on WrestleVotes Radio, and it appears that WWE could very well be doing something that they haven't done with Roman Reigns in years, which is actually putting him in the Royal Rumble match. Now, with that being said, WrestleVotes was asked about this during a Q&A on Sportskeeda's Wrestle Binge YouTube channel, and WrestleVotes says it's a good question. It's hard to say what this is the indication for. The signs clearly are there because of the design of the poster that he's working the event. It seems to be, and just from the short questions that I asked and that I got back, he's probably more than likely going to be in the Royal Rumble for the first time in a while, as opposed to a singles standalone match. All I can say is Roman's on the Rumble poster, likely to be in the Rumble match. You can draw your own conclusions from there regarding whether or not Roman versus Cody is in the plans. Now, with that being said, Cody Rhodes is currently the WWE champion, and that is why I find this to be incredibly intriguing. And not that I want to shit all over it. I do think them having a trilogy is a big deal, and it's a great thing, and it's a great plan. But let's not forget how WrestleMania 42 was created. WrestleMania 40. The whole thing with Cody Rhodes and The Rock and Roman Reigns, it was some great cinematic stuff. Clearly, WWE is going to be getting back to that at some point, but are they going to delay the plans with The Rock and Roman and Cody for WrestleMania 42? Because I do think that is a very big possibility. I also want to throw this out there because I do think this is probably the most important aspect of it all. WWE is having a hard time finding suitable heel challengers for Cody Rhodes. And I think WWE needs to focus on that versus focusing on resorting back to Roman Reigns. We know Roman is reliable. We know Roman could get the job done. We know that he's a great champion. But he just had a very big milestone championship reign. And quite frankly, I want to see some fresh blood, some fresh faces. And I think it's really important that WWE does that, man. Like, it's a really big deal. And for some reason, right now on SmackDown, there's not that many suitable challengers. Yes, they have Solo Sikoa. Yes, they have Jacob Fatu. Yes, they have Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. But I want to just see some new blood. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like WWE will be giving us that. Now, if Roman were to be in the Royal Rumble only to be cost the opportunity thanks to The Rock, that could be a really cool way to get to WrestleMania 41. All right, guys, let's talk about Penta. I am so tired of talking about the Lucha Bros. I am not going to lie to you guys. This has become one of the most insane storylines, headlines that we have seen on the internet for a very long time. And quite frankly, I'm sick of it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm sick of it. But the reason why I'm talking about this is because there has been so much confusion. The only time there's been this much confusion was really when it came down to Cody and CM Punk going back to WWE. Now, a new update came out from Dave Meltzer. He has noted that Penta is in fact going to WWE when his deal is up, which is within the next 2 months. However, Rey Fenix will be sticking around AEW as the promotion is tacking on injury time. It's not quite a year, it's a little bit less than that, but according to the report, AEW president Tony Khan did make significant offers for them to stay, but they did refuse to sign a new deal. Hence why Rey Fenix has injury time added to his, and Penta does not. Penta is going to go off and do his own thing. Jose Manuel Guillen interviewed Penta El Zero Miedo on the Mas Lucha YouTube channel. He was asked about his status with AEW, and he did confirm Dave Meltzer's report that he is still currently with AEW, and Penta continues to remain adamant about saying that right now his focus is on the promotion that he's currently in. And listen, I'm going to tell you guys this, man. I'm going to tell you this. Now that we know Penta's going to go first, Phoenix will join later, I think my fantasy booking that I've been mentioning on my streams lately makes the most sense. Penta should go for the U.S. title or the Intercontinental title. Let him get a singles run in. Let him do some really big matches. Give him Gunther. Give him some of these big-time matches that you can deliver. Get the fans acclimated to him. But then what you're going to really want to do is have Rey Fenix make the save when some heel faction is going after Penta, because that would be the right decision. Penta, we don't know when Rey Fenix's whole situation is cleared up with AEW, so let's make it fun. Have Penta get beat up by a whole bunch of wrestlers, and Rey Fenix can make the save. That would be a really cool way to get that pop. I do believe wrestling fans will pop for the Lucha Bros in WWE. We know they're going to be in the main roster, but there has been so much confusion here, and that's why I want to make this video. So hopefully this is it. Hopefully we don't got to talk anymore about this. Hopefully WWE does something really exciting with the Lucha Bros, but honestly, only time will tell. As far as Tony Khan goes, adding injury time to Rey Fenix, I think it's petty. I've been very adamant about this. I've read your comments. A lot of you guys seem to disagree with me, but to answer right back, Bobby Lashley is expected to go to AEW, and WWE didn't add any tacked time to his contract. So listen, people are going to go switch between companies. It's natural. It's going to happen. Why not just make it easier for everybody involved? It's best for the fans, it's best for the wrestlers, and it's best for both businesses, because ultimately you're going to get talent back and forth anyways. And that brings us to our final topics. Finally, some good news for AEW. Tony Khan revealed that there will be an announcement on tonight's episode of Dynamite, which they are celebrating the 5-year anniversary for the company. Very, very exciting stuff for AEW. This is clearly a massive announcement, and it does appear that the new TV deal will be announced. Now, I don't know how Tony Khan plans to do this. I do know that there has been talks of promotional material being made and being completed, so I'm assuming that AEW is going to announce this new TV deal. And if I were AEW, this is just my opinion. I don't know if AEW has plans for this, but we just saw NXT kick off a brand new era with a brand new TV deal, a new logo, new branding, new presentation, new title belts. I think if Tony Khan really wants to get people excited, it might be time to refresh the brand a little bit, maybe some newer graphics or whatever it may be. It's time for AEW to step it up in the presentation department. They are selling less tickets, but at the end of the day, presentation, if it's done well, it changes the perception. And I think if you're AEW, it's time that you invest in that a little bit more. They have a great team with production. And if you got Warner Bros. Discovery basically backing you and you're excited about this long-term partnership, this is great. You're going to be profitable. You're going to be making money. Share that excitement. Show that excitement by presenting the product just slightly different. Look how it did for NXT. The talk was overwhelmingly positive, likely due to the fact that NXT just looks a little bit more serious of a brand. All it took was a new logo, new color scheme, new theme, things like that. So if I were Tony Khan, I'd probably do the same thing if I already haven't. But with that being said, good stuff. I'm happy for them. TV deal seems to be announced tonight. I'm excited. The numbers appear to be very good, so I'm very geeked about that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is The Angle Show.